Hello everybody, welcome to the first ever Aurora Overwatch Clash match between the Wendigos and the Mill City Marshmallow Monsters. Take off your coat and stay a while. We hope this is going to be a good one here. I'll be your playbackcaster Booney, and join me today is going to be Fedora. And Fedora, we honestly have two of the strongest teams I think on paper in the league so far. Both these teams kind of getting players that we thought would go higher in the draft, falling them lower here. And so I think that when we look at the star power in both these squads, it's looking pretty darn strong. I don't know about you.
Yeah, that's very true, especially with Typhoon coming in as a rookie. I'm pretty sure has peaked GM all roles in Overwatch 1. Currently, I think GM on at least one of those roles in Overwatch 2. And so that's going to be interesting to come to think about. Also, considering both these teams' current lineups are both really close to the cap at 3250, the Corey's team being at 3241, and Nuttier team, the Monsters, being at 3247. So that's going to be really interesting to see how these SRs work out for them.
I think the main thing to look for, both these teams is we're entering this Zarya off-tank meta, the D.Va, so we're going to see Poi starting out in the tank, kind of a spoiler warning there, but going back against Typhoon, Typhoon, more of a DPS prowess, DPS player, but like you said, peak GM in all his roles, perhaps the mechanical skill carries over, and perhaps if there's a struggle for the Windigos early here, might be seeing Corey swap over onto that tank, and he's been kind of experimenting in scrims with a bunch of different lineups here with his squad, so up to see what both teams decide to pull out here on New Queen Street. Do we think we're going to see anything interesting? Or, we see a lot of the Zarya, a lot of the D.Va. Not too many main tanks being played, but you look at the Sombra Genji composition, are we going to see something very similar here? Or are we going to see, maybe some new come from both these squads?
I believe from the scrim at least, for the Wendigos, they did kind of stick to mostly meta. I don't know if the Monsters are scrimmed at all, but knowing how Nuttier's team last season, the Pushins, or at least in the last Overwatch League season, they kind of went pretty hard into meta, so I think both these teams might mirror what is considered to be meta most of this game, especially considering Sonic Ronic was pretty proficient on the Genji as well.
You see what Corey kind of pulls out here. We know Corey for the time of Season 5 with the Kantos playing a lot of that Ashe, a lot of that long-range hit scan, but we're seeing that Genji, seeing that Sombra, so who really knows? Could be seeing some legs getting pulled out here by Sonic Ronic. I know he's pretty proficient on that character as well. HVSec, kind of always a solid rock on the DPS role. It never really reached those like Masters peaks or anything, but always plays at such a high level on almost every character they seem to select. So should be pretty exciting. Razzmatazz and Withering, of course, as well. Rejoining forces back in that backline from the old Hawks days. We had 3 Hawks on the squad, so you gotta spam the same Exo Hawks emotes and whatever. And you got on the Wendigos, Monsters. I think a pretty new lineup basically for everybody on this team playing with new players. So it should be interesting to see will these different slices of life, different play styles kind of interact here. We are just waiting for both teams to give us the R as we head in here onto New Queen Street, our first push map. And an update real quick. The Wendels are up 1-0 on the Paris Pet Rocks. So honestly, to me, a bit of a shocker so far, but that could be a cooler differential. The Paris Pet Rock, so he scrimmed them recently. They were very strong, especially Cold Beer. That rookie Chinese DPS player was definitely a standout player for me, so definitely want to look out for as we move forward. But a lot of standout players in this one as well. We have Seven and Skycer both in the DPS role, and Typhoon. So I think a lot of new blood here for the new league, for the new game. So should be exciting here.
The other rookie is from Gruffalo, who's currently in Spectators. Interested to see how they will be slotted in these upcoming maps as well. We do have R's from both teams, so we can head in whenever.
All right, we are going to be heading in here to our first ever map of Overwatch 2 here on the Aurora Esports MN channel. And it is going to be New Queen Street, our opening push map. Now, New Queen Street, I think, is kind of playing into this meta pretty heavily as well. The Zarya can control his high ground, or the D.Va could perhaps get aggressive in the back line, but love to see if both teams decide to pull out. As we move into some Overwatch 2 action, ladies and gentlemen, it is finally here. The years of waiting is finally over. Get to finally see a bit of a push action in this. The 5v5 setting should be interesting as well, but a lot of players we haven't seen in 5v5, right? Maybe we played with them in quick play, but in terms of a competitive setting, this is going to be a new thing for a lot of these players, and you got all these rookies coming as well, so kind of a huge turnaround here almost for a lot of these players.
Interesting to start, you have no Genji coming out from the Wendigos team. You have the double The double, like, basically, usually in these type of comps, at least Overwatch League, you have either the Ashe or the Soldier, and you don't usually run both. Unless there are, I think, some teams that are quirky like that. But that is something interesting. You don't have the dive potential of Genji, but both teams are mirroring that Zarya, and like, Genji is coming in from 7, the rookie. And Raz on the Mercy as well, so there won't be any speed coming in for the Wendigos.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. New season, new league, new game, new teams, new era. Let's start off with a bang. We do have a nice deflect come from 7. We'll knock that reflect back Sonic Rock. We'll take a lot of damage on Corey with a really nice dynamite start this fight here. But it's just Poi just kind of holding the space right now, not using those bubbles just of yet. Now both Zarya's kind of clashing right now, looking for that first pick potentially to open up for the squad, but Typhoon falling very weak, and both are going to trade out their soldiers here. So it's a 1-for-1, but it looks like the monsters have the space to work with here and might get first early cap on the bot here.
Yeah, I mean, especially the early space being taken by, because you have a Genji and the Zarya can just bubble a Genji, and those also loses speed as well. The Wendigos kind of just want to play for space. They're not taking any angles with these double, like, range DPS, which is might be concerning, but also you can't really do it too aggressively because of the Genji able to mark these other DPS like Genji, like D.Va could in Overwatch 1.
That was a huge sleep from Strudel actually on Typhoon. Typhoon fully charged, walking the back line at that support line, but here comes 7 in the back, looking for the pick potential on the support line. Not quite going to get, but they're going to fall low as Typhoon is traded out. Losing that Zarya basically is a lost fight here. It looks like the Millicent and Marshmallow monsters are finally going to get this point moving here.
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to see either just a slight off angle or just a rotation. They kind of just forced the fight into that room, and look at all the progress already gained. It's already past the window at this point, but the Bob is coming in for recontest. It can be slept here, but Strudel is hit with it, does get the sleep though.
They're going to use the beat there, pretty aggressive from Nuttier. Boy, using that grab in the backline as well, get locks down 3, and the anti-nade from Strudel to clean it on up. And that's a huge fight win there. I mean, Corey's going to take his bot back and start to move back a little bit. But yeah, not so much that Corey and Raz can do on the point by themselves. And we might see a first capture point here, especially with those late staggers on Corey and Raz.
Yeah, Bob is used. There's not. You have both supports online for the Wendigos, and you do see Corey swapping onto that soldier as well. A little bit more mobility and able to kite the Genji, I guess. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how they want to take this, because they're just kind of stuck in poking. I don't feel like they're kind of waiting a lot. Except for Typhoon, and Typhoon's the only person who's able to go aggressive.
And what's the answer to this Nano Blade here from 7? 7 dashes up and gonna get that Nano boost from Strudel. Maybe no, not gonna get the Nano
The
here.
bubble.
Just gonna go pretty standard cup. They are gonna nano up Sonic Ronic, and Sonic Ronic is gonna use that overclock. It's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade here as Corey and 7 both are traded out here. But the capture point is taken here. Though it looks like the Wendigos might have the advantage here in the late fight. But they are gonna invest in this overclock as well. They just trade 1-for-1. So it's not done just as of yet. Point 100% charge on this robot, pushing it back. The sleep not quite gonna hit from Withering there. But I think the Millicent Marshmallows are going to be forced back here as the Wendigos take control of the bot. But again, that first checkpoint has been captured already.
Yeah, it was a pretty scruffy fight. I don't know if you really want to use all this ult there if you're Wendigo, but you got the point to flip and you're finally getting progress on your own side. I see any swaps? No swaps from the Marshmallows. You do have beat coming in soon and another grab, so it's gonna be interesting to see how quickly you can build that. They just gotta be careful of this window. I don't really like all this space. I feel like the Wendigo could be taking more aggressive space.
I mean, yeah, boy, 100% charge, walking forward and melting down Typhoon. The Zarya taking out this fight. Corey is going to invest in a tactical visor. We'll find Nuttier, but it's a 2-for-1 in favor right now. Currently, of the Millicent Marshmallow, but a huge sleep from Withering as Corey is locking the damage. Boy, sleeping on the job. Can't wait to get the kills. Corey in the second this fight, but they are going to lose out to Sonic Ronic with that disruptor shot. And it's just the supports right now for the Wendigos, and they're getting forced back, and just could these staggers be avoided? It doesn't look like it. They're going to lose Raz. And Withering might not belong for this world. The bubble from Typhoon is there in time to save the day. And it looks like they're going to stabilize here, but the bot will reach the checkpoint yet again.
They swapped over to the Hanzo as well. Maybe he's trying to get the first grab dragon combo. The main issue I'm seeing is the tempo diff, because you aren't able to play as aggressive with the Zarya and her energy with the DPS you are running.
Typhoon using that grab here, and here comes the beat from Nuttier to stop that. Boy is going to get stuck, but does not matter. 7 goes up in the air with the Nano Blade. Gonna get 1, gonna get 2, and that's gonna be good enough. Actually, Sonic Rock got the Nano again. I thought I saw the Nano go on to Genji, but it appears they're not investing heavily in this Nano Blade combo. It's working out for him here so far.
Yeah, I mean, once again, I feel like, because the Marshmallow monsters, they have the ability to have like a 3-man hit squad go up. We have the Lucio able to go with the Zarya and able to kite back if needed, as long as the Genji. But it's just Typhoon alone in the front line.
It's just that Lucio too, you have that Mercy there, so he's putting a lot of healing into Corey and HP's like the pocket, but it just allows Boy to go super aggressive in the front line here with this Lucio speed boost, able to retreat as well. Corey gonna slide on into the DMs, won't get a pick though, and won't get sent right back. Got denied.
Oh, there's huge sleep though into 7.
I mean, that sleep's gonna come in, but 7's gonna get the pocket of a lifetime and gonna sleeve up. There goes anybody's fighting. Typhoon's gonna get such Raz will get the Glock kill in the Valkyrie, but Typhoon is isolated behind a wall. And now what she can do there is Ramataz gonna fall very weak here. Raz cannot fly back to safety. Boy, 95% to his Graviton Surge. Corey, this ends now. If it is your life, yes sir, you are correct. We might be seeing a full cap here on our first push of Aurora here in Overwatch 2. It's looking pretty rough here. Typhoon's gonna get aged up, and now Raz is back on the Dispersion Warrior swap. Uses that fade on the point. Not gonna find too much as point. Just melting him down with the Hunter Charge. And the beat from Nutter to celebrate as the Mill City Marshmallow Monsters with a very dominant first map here on New Queen Street.
I really liked how the monsters were playing in comparison to the Wendigos. I just like the ability to have someone with the Zarya in the front line. And it would, even if it's just the Genji can just go in a little bit, cause a bit of chaos other than just a single Zarya pressing W. And also with the Lucio able to just kite back any aggression if needed.
And yeah, like you said, we're gonna see some changes here from the Wendigos if they want any chance of making this a series. We are gonna send us to a quick map break. Do not go anywhere. Map 2 is on the horizon.
Okay, Corey is R.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the Mill City Marshmallow Monsters going up against the Wendigos. And what we saw in a pretty staggering, blistering take of New Queen Street from the Mill City Marshmallow Monsters. I mean, the Wendigos looked like they had no response with that current monster, and the swaps came in here. We're going to see how it works out.
Something else to keep in mind right now is Typhoon able to play that Genji. I believe that's one of his best characters. He mostly plays, I believe, Genji and Pharah. So, how good Genji is currently with Corey on that Zarya able to bubble a Typhoon Genji, that might be a bit scary. Another swap coming in is Skycer coming in for 7 as well, and Fun Gruffalo also in for a Raz. There it is. There is the Typhoon Genji as we thought. Lumpy Seal also in. Forget about that. Instead of HV on the Soldier.
Yeah, now we've kind of been waiting for this veteran off-tank battle between Poi and Corey. Both been here since Season 1. And, you know, Poi, both were in the Grand Final Season 1, actually. Just a bit of a fun fact, but for all you nerds out there, you nerdges, nudgers in the game, but this difference here is we're not seeing the Ana anymore from Stu. We're seeing the Baptiste and Skycer and the Ash with no Mercy Pocket. Could be interesting. Oh. Can we restart?
On West Coast. Oh, surely it'll go to the right server this time.
Certainly. I mean, surely it will go to the best available lobby.
It is now on East Coast, not even Central. Close enough.
That's what we go for here. Close enough.
I know during the scrim recently, when you tried to set it to Central in this in the preferred data center, it did not want that. So yeah. The only servers that actually listened were the West Coast ones when wanting to set the preferred data center. There we go, we got Central.
Excellent. I love when we teleport, actually. All of our players teleport locations to restart the match, so I was looking for the best available location, which at the time was East Coast, because I believe Corey went from my house all the way to Maine. But we're back here in Central servers, and I mean, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that word. Y'all know how good I am at pronouncing locations, but
Azerbaijan.
Good enough.
It's Azerbaijan server. Honestly, I'm the biggest fan of Bahrain servers, honestly.
And Lumpy Seal, are they busting out the Forbidden Torbjorn?
Alright, time to spec him to make sure he doesn't bug abuse.
Job,
wait, I forgot the keys are broken because they're...
Yeah, because they really wanted to make this game the best they could before they could launch it.
Game is real.
There's a lot of interesting things going on in chat right now. Not even gonna bother repeating them.
He's off the Torbjorn, don't need to spec him. Once again, back to what we saw before. Fun Gruffalo also won the Moira, so that's something else to keep in mind. Should be kind of survivable. Also, no Genji this time from the monsters.
Corey using both the bubbles very early here. Now they're just kind of walk forward at him. He's flying very low. Not going to be enough to heal this Poi. Gets an early kill, and now here comes the aggression up for the Mill City Marshmallow Monsters. As they like to push his advantage, it doesn't look like they're going to get quite any more from that. Typhoon is kind of stuck in no man's land right now, playing on the Azkaban servers, but just going to get out with his life. Yes, it does look like Typhoon will get out here, but a pretty good start there for the Mill City Marshmallow Monsters.
They gotta try and play a bit more aggro, I think. They do have this Lucio, but also Moira is not as good as long-term sustain compared to this Baptiste. So I think they want to try and play more aggro if possible. Skycer does fall off high ground. Should be able to be caught here, I would think. Just fall dangerously low, but is able to be barely kept up.
Yeah, the bubble is there from Poi as well to keep on this fight, but Corey's gonna get that first pick on Sonic Cross. With that Reaper down, that's a lot of sustained damage. This fight already gone, but Corey's gonna lose out on his life. So using this tank, now Poi is in with 88 energy and just melting down. The Wendigos think the Marshmallow is melting in this heat, but no, it's Poi bringing that fire on the Zarya early here in this match. Has Graviton Surge already.
Look at these ults already online from the monsters. As you said, you have both support ults along with the Graviton and almost a Bob. Just one good dynamite away pretty much in a few shots.
And it got both the support ults online as well, and just nothing except for the coalescence here. Typhoon looks to get Draven is there from Poi, and the window.
That's a lot of ults.
It is a lot of ults. They use the beat for some reason. Now Typhoon's gonna have a free blade, perhaps in this next fight. And you, like we said, you know, we have 3 ults coming in here. We're gonna use all 3, I guess, even though I don't think really that beat is necessary.
Typhoon is in a good position. If there's Skyscraper going back to high ground, I would think Typhoon should be able to get this. Usu is there to peel though, and he does get moved back to the team. Unfortunate, does get 1 bubble. Is he able to get anything? No, he does fall late. But they're still committing to this fight. Coalescence is used, but the grab. Oh no, there he's grabbed. I don't know. Wait, what's Poi doing?
Poi is just hanging out in hotel. The grab touches the bomb. He's stuck in the animation. He can't touch the point.
Oh no, Witherin. Oh no,
Witherin. The
Witherin.
fight's so low as Poi just walks forward here with the plate charge as well as the Sonic Rocket backing him up. And they just obliterate the remaining members of the Wendigos, the endangered species. Not quite here. The Marshmallow Monster's looking very strong on King's Row here. Not a single tick, a minute and a half.
Swapping to the Ana Moira comp is interesting. They also Blossom is finally online for Sonic. Not able to do too much because kind of the Zarya just kind of just melts. There's not a lot of giant hitboxes from the shoot, but Sonic is early in.
Sonic early in, but just runs away.
Oh,
here comes the blade.
The dash out of the blade.
Oh no, he can't hit the Ash. Here goes Sonic Ronic, gets slept, but already got 1. And now it's gonna walk forward here. Sonic Ronic with the no revolver as the Reaper guy is destroying the Wendigos and the Mill City Marshmallow Monsters. The blade, the sad blade, not gonna find anything from Typhoon
as well. Typhoon tried to get onto Skyster, but the coach gun booped him ever so slightly to the left, at least from Skyster's perspective, and then he was just stuck. He just dashed into the window frame. Always Mercy's not with him. He has to be careful.
Mercy's not with him, and Poi has grab. Probably going to drop it down here on the 3 people on the ground. Yes, locks down the ground units. The Fade is used, but can't quite get out of the grab there. Typhoon will find 1, but honestly, nearly enough as Corey just launches the grab from downtown Steph Curry style. But Poi's the one lighting the kill feed with 3. And yeah, it's not looking good. Netter has the beat for last second contesters as well. Lumpy still just sprinting through the hotel.
They are taxing actually. They are taxing, so if they can kill this Zarya early, that might be good for them. But they aren't able to even lower his health bar at all.
No, they're not. Here comes the beat, and Lumpy Steel's already fallen. Corey's back on the Desperation Doomfist, the best character in the game. He whips his punch. He has no idea where anybody is for the Mill City Marshmallow Monsters. The Fade from Sonic is there. I mean, now Typhoon has this barrage. Could be huge here if they can get off. Looking for it, he goes down. He can't die. Wither, though, will get the orb kill on a Sonic Ronic. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. Both DPS down. But here comes Corey. Has to use the eat but falls. The tank has been traded out here. Witherin face the telephone booth, but Bob is there to meet him and collect the call as Poi finds 2 and not even a single tick earned for the Wendigos.
Zarya.
Yeah.
I just see 2 people alive in point, and then I look at Zarya, I'm like, surely she's like half HP. No, she's still full HP.
And he's still at like both bubble steals. It's ridiculous. I remember when everybody was like, I can't believe it. They just killed off-tank players in Overwatch 2. Everybody's only going to play the main tank players. Yeah.
And then we heard about the changes they were making, and we're like, oh, well, she's still not a main tank, but Jesus, she's now just a bruiser.
She's now just DPS with 500 HP.
I mean, for all those Heroes of the Storms players, you know, the role of tank and bruiser, it's really applicable right now, because tank is, you know, tank is kind of just, yeah, a lot of HP, not very little damage. Bruiser is like, yeah, you have medium HP and a lot of damage. That's kind of what they are now. Missing a really beefy DPS.
Skyster is actually okay, I'm about to say come with the Widowmaker would be a very, very bold move on the attack, but you got 4 minutes to get 1 tick, so you feel pretty good about your chances here, considering how good your attack and defense have been on both the maps we played so far. Maybe a miracle is here. Again, I call it a miracle, and I think that's even get too much credit.
Poi heart? He's about to go crazy? That's one of the, that's sometimes, when I think of like the one thing that might be able to deal with Zarya, it can be kind of Reinhardt, but mostly Monkey. But they're just gonna run over Corey, and this is not looking very healthy for him. As does get
they're
one,
gonna get Skyster, and your top field is forced, and now Lumpy's about high ground, but they're sitting on point, daring them to come face this Reinhardt. Because that's kind of Reinhardt's strong suit. Reinhardt has a lot of damage, but can't quite close the gap. And they can't
The shield
get that.
just kind of lives.
I mean, but Typhoon is putting in the work right now up on the high ground. Has the barrage as well. Typhoon with 3 kills.
He still dies? Wait,
So
but the
dies
respawn,
as Skycer is back on the respawn, but Strudel's just hanging on the statue right now. Paying his respects to Mendata, but it looks like they're gonna kind of chill out and retreat here.
Yeah, especially when Zarya is so low energy, he's able to just be able to run onto that Zarya, because Zarya has like very little shield break, you know? It's kind of just easy for him, because once again, he's just standing there. What can he do? He just has bubbles, but he's still gonna be forced off.
Oh, they're gonna lose both supports here as well as a third, and yeah, that's gonna be it here.
Yeah,
I mean, we try to give the Wendigo as much credit as we possibly could, but here comes a charge from nowhere. And that's going to be a 2-0 beginning here for the Mill City Marshmallow Monsters. And, they were the favorites according to the predictions to the Predators. But I don't think anybody saw this is stronger performance coming out from them here.
Yeah. Who would have thought? Picking up this guy when it's a Diva Zarya meta, you know?
True.
Honestly, should have gone for the right click through the window. Could have been goated.
All right, do the Wendigos have a reverse sweep in them? You have to wait and see on the other side of this break. We'll see you then when we go to Escort. And welcome back to the Aurora Overwatch Clash match week 1 between the Mill City Marshmallow Monsters and the Wendigos. And you know, though the favoritism was early in favor of the Marshmallow Monster for the match start, I thought someone would be a lot closer. But I gotta say, I'm very impressed so far with the showing that we're seeing from the Mill City Marshmallow Monsters, and that all starts with their tank player. Something new we actually have this season. We have stats in real time. So, you know, as you can see, you have Poi here. He's 29 final blows and 0 deaths, and 13,000 damage over our 2 maps so far we played. 0 deaths in two maps.
Kill this man.
Kill this
What?
man.
Kill. What? Huh?
That's impressive. And our next
Bubble
map,
Joe Burr, man.
our next
Oh,
map
no.
is going to be Gibraltar. So, not heavily in favoritism of this Zarya because there's a lot of high ground control here. So I like this pick of the Wendigos. It could be the kind of their launching point here. But you gotta remember, Poi is honestly more known as a diva player than a Zarya player. So
Yeah. Another thing to keep in, also match update or score update. I believe the Wendigos have beat the Pet Rocks 3-0, and despite the Preds coming in from our community members, but also away from that, Typhoon's most played tank I believe is Monkey, but Monkey's matchup into Diva isn't the greatest, as you can kind of just melt a Monkey as Diva with those micro missiles.
And Mr. Admin, I'm gonna have to ask you to watch this man here. Sonic Ronic is playing the broken character.
Yeah, I'm watching.
As we move forward here, Typhoon's gonna fall extremely weak, and Poi's gonna get that kill early here. HP Sec tries to get something done, but Corey gets antinated and dies. Typhoon will get rezzed, but you lose out on his die partner here. Not much they can really do, and I mean, it's not looking good so far here for the Divas. Poi just being very, very peel-oriented here on this Diva so far.
Indeed. I mean, that's kind of what you can do against a Monkey as Diva, I believe right now. At least that's kind of what I feel like I'm able to do. Is if the okay, he fell over. Is if a Monkey just jumps in or anything, you just go into his bubble and just melt him. Also, something to keep in mind about Sonic's turret positioning, it's very passive currently. It's set up on the end of this point's high ground. Oh, that's not where you want to be, Sonic. You just fell over. He just fell off high ground, but he's fine, I guess.
If this is get the early pick here on to 7, so that Genji out of the fight here, they're going to be way more aggressive here. I mean, HG is playing literally the worst character in the game besides Doomfist, which is Cassidy, but making it work, almost as the High Noon here. It's one of his better characters as well. HG finds another pick here on a Sonic Ronic. Both DPS fall over here in the sight of the Cassidy, the powerful cowboy.
Typhoon.
They are going to eventually find Corey here, but it's a very turbo fight for both sides here as Nunier finds 2 kills and Poi with the bomb. They get Wells onto Corey, but it might not be enough. It's a sleep from there. The support line of the Milkshake Marshmallow Monsters is absolutely swagging out right now.
I think the new natural cover kind of screwed over Typhoon there. He tried to jump away from the bomb, I think, but he got caught on the new blue boxes on low ground. Yeah, but so once again, the Diva able to just mark a Monkey permanently, because you just get orb on the Monkey and then he just explodes because of these micro missiles.
Corey's gonna come in here, try to build up towards the duplicate here, maybe get a duplicate onto Poi's tank, but Sonic Ronic is just poking him with those little molten shots coming from the gun, from this, not the scrap gun, that's Hog's thing, but here comes the Blade from 7-7. Actually a Nano Boost this time on Nano Blade. Well, one time I don't call it out as such. They are going to get those kills here, and now Withern is going to get staggered out. The Discord Orb is there just for a bit of BM from Nuttier and to pad his stats.
Yeah, lots of ult to use. You just have the core online soon from Sonic, but you do have a High Noon, which can be just completely negated by a 4-second defense matrix. You have the Primal to be alive and also to donate more ult charge because of this Discord to the rest of the team, to the rest of the monsters. As you could, there's to keep engaging early, but no, just being a little bit of a nuisance.
And yeah, they're being annoying, and Typhoon just falls over. Just exists on point for just a little bit too long. And can use that Primal Rage. HP Sec is getting dived on, but gets the kill with the quote-unquote flashbang. On to 7, so
HP.
I mean, it's a 1-for-1. Has the pocket here, has a High Noon to go to high ground. Looking for, but Poi is just being a nuisance on his blue box right now, playing the Diva almost to perfection so far. Just getting out with, I mean, I don't think I've seen Poi go below health so far, just kind of running around, being annoying.
He's just living. He just has his orb bombing permanently, It's not that much healing, but it's doing a lot. As he goes up to Withering, and you might be able to kill him. No way.
Poi's gonna get that kill, but here comes the High Noon out from HP Sec in the server room, but Poi is there to eat it all up. Typhoon does get that first blow here, though. With the Prime Rage on Nutty Ring, and they guess the point.
D for Boar. Poi's still above half HP. Almost.
Poi still above half HP. Poi still above half.
He still has a bit of armor. He still has a very. He doesn't think I've seen him break armor yet, man. Where's his damage taken stat?
We don't have that, but my god, if we did, it'd probably be single digits. Typhoon will get the first pick here on a 7 yet again, so
Overwatch.
A really good showing here from Typhoon right now. This Monkey, in his last couple of minutes here, has really started to pop off here and gets early blows, exactly what you need in this Winston. And kind of without a die partner.
Yeah, Bomb is online. He still keeps his armor for Poi. He still hasn't lost it from what I've seen.
Strudel so weak.
Off the Torb as well.
Strudel so weak, but the peel is there from Sonic Ronix. Healing Diabotic Field. Gets him up there. The Nano Blade is available here from 7. The sleep is used by Withering. 7's looking for this call, ready for the go. But Corey trying to get anything done here with this pocket from Razmataz, trying to put a little bit of pressure here onto the D.Va, but here comes a Nano Blade in the back, and Will's gonna go down here. Low on Slice, 2 Slice gets HP 6, a 3rd one up on the high ground. The dash is there as Razmataz flies away just a sliver of HP. And I think she's gonna get out here with Typhoon with the body block, but Corey's not so lucky.
Oh no. Trank online along with D.Va Bomb. I don't know. Poi's do it. Poi, I don't know if you want to swap off this D.Va to either go onto Zarya. The one thing that kind of hard counters D.Va right now. Are they able to catch him? I think he just lives here anyways. He still keeps his armor, and he's still full HP. High ground. He's still staying on the high ground. He's what?
I don't understand.
He stops the res.
He's just annoying. He's playing D.Va exactly how you want to see it be played. I didn't realize we got Hanbin in the server because, my god, Poi is absolutely showing up and showing out here today on the off tank on either role. Corey is back here. We will have almost 5 ults here ready to use for side of the Wendigos, and a sleep in from Poi onto Poi, so it's a pretty good start. Strudel doesn't have the sleep either.
The D.Va's gonna kill your Ana.
The trance is there, but 2 picks come in here as Poi gets a kill on the Withering, like you said. Still has some armor, by the way.
He still has his armor. Even if he gets D-Mech, he still has bomb for E-Mech. And he's gonna push HP off high ground.
He still has his armor, he didn't lose it! Oh, he lost it! The armor is gone, and Nuttier is left alone here against the Winston with the Primal Rage in the corner, and not gonna last that much longer here. Sonic Ronda comes back with the visor. They're gonna get 1 pick. HP Steph's gonna get the double kill in the High Noon. Poi was there, but the D-Magic just in time.
Poi is full HP again.
The bomb. Got nothing out of that. Might actually die. This will be Poi's first death of the series, and there it is.
He is dead.
Poi finally knows what it's like to go and touch the spawn room. As Corey cleans up 2 in the final fight there.
Oh my.
But gets cleaned up himself from 7 on the high ground. The sniper Shimada strikes again.
That's the Ron sniper.
No, it's the real sniper Shimada. Real sniper Shimada. Corey's gonna swap over to the Ash off the Echo here. Long range sightlines, I like the pick. And Raz's gonna go back over onto this.
But it's something else that can. I mean, then again, every single switch can be ran on by D.Va, so I don't know.
I mean, it's also something that Ash's entire kit revolves on a thing that D.Va could eat. You know.
Yeah.
It is what it is, though. Here comes a Niboost in on a Typhoon. The sleep from Wither not gonna hit, so going in deep is gonna be Poi, but the dive from Typhoon is much better. Gets 3 kills with the nano boost. Might get a 3rd here as 7 is stuck in a small room.
A second death?
Oh, Poi will go down Corey. You have no mech. I can actually use my dynamite now. Gets the kill on the Poi. And, despite the early hold on A, the Milsey Marshmallow monsters are getting pushed back into their spawn doors.
Nanoblade online, bomb almost online. Listening your arc to his primal, speaker getting here really quickly, but the nano is no longer be used, but there's just the blade, and he's already stuck by a grenade! No!
I mean, Typhoon is just stuffing his doors. He's just a burly man. He's not letting them out.
There's a D.Va on point.
I mean, yeah, but
anti-D.Va on point.
Please, 4v1. Please 4v1, do something. The Nano Boost Sonic Ronix Sonic is gonna have the tactical visor, whips it out, and Rapidtad's gonna get aim hacked straight down, and that's
Poi
disheartening.
was able to stall. He was just able to live on point. if they're able to clear them off sooner, they could have actually capped because the Typhoon was still stuffing their spawn. But like, nope.
It's 4v1. 4v1 on the point, and Typhoon is just sitting there, just screaming his head off. Just come on, guys, hold the line. I'm not letting them out. They just can't quite get it. But
I want a stat with how many reses Poi has canceled with just his booster, because I've seen it 2, maybe 3 so far that round.
Yeah, we'll get on those stats. You know, I'll just hack it in the code and we'll figure out a way to do that.
We just gotta get like a massive stat team to spec every single person and tally every single stat. Wait, that sounds familiar. Where's Jamie?
That's a much better system. I think we should go back to that.
Yeah, let me get Jamie in here. She's queuing comp right now, not doing anything important.
But I mean, hey, you're there as the Wendigos. You get almost full health on A. Getting towards the end of B, or getting towards the end of C actually, is a really good push. Depending on how good you've been doing, you know, so far this entire series. That's definitely the best showing we've seen from him so far. And I think that comes back to the rookie Typhoon, you know, that DPS player, but came out on this Winston and made a lot of aggressive space and took, you know, early picks in the fight, and I think really set for his team for success.
Also, Kariko, maybe? Nope, baited. Okay. But Corey also onto the Sojourn as well, so that's something else to keep an eye on. As he falls half HP.
It's okay.
He just is stuck low ground now.
Sojourn has the radical slide, so he got out of there with no problem whatsoever.
Sick kick flips. Oh, they're in.
Oh, okay, 7 is taking on the entire enemy squadron by himself.
Wait, Strudel is on Kariko. I was baited twice.
Oh, our first actual Kariko action. Let's see how this is about here. Hits one headshot.
Poi is antied.
Poi is antied. Poi might lose the mech. Poi might lose another life here.
The Suzu sadly misses this. The radius on the effect was barely not large enough, but Typhoon does die.
It's the baby diva.
Poi is still alive. And Strudel's taking an aggressive positioning.
Still taking this high ground positioning here, hitting the body shot bandit here on Corey.
Oh!
Withering Flung very weak, and 7 is going to clean it up there with a dive. They are going to get the res, though, so no real problem here for the Wendigos so far, as, I mean, the high ground is claimed here by the Marshmallow monsters, but they really have nothing to dive on here, as they're playing very safe right now, the Wendigos. Typhoon goes in and gets pushed off his bubble and falls very weak, but we'll get back to supports in time. HP Sec, really opposition here, cannot roll to the support line in time, and will go down the first early pick. Corey as well, kind of by himself on the digger right now, but that goes down.
Almost online, though.
Mercy. And yeah, I mean, Typhoon might have this Primal Rage, but do you save it if Corey goes down? You're down to a 1v4. Typhoon has it, but probably going to save for point B. Not much you can really do in this situation. Oh, they're going to go for it. Down 4. And the Shizu is there from Strudel, but Bergen teleports away. I mean, okay.
I mean, if they were going to commit to that, they also had Nano that they could have used if they really wanted to. But I think it should not have done anything. These are just going to be some stagger kills. Swap onto the Brig from the Mercy as well. But Bergen without this stun, it's not greatest. Still not bad, but like, you know, there are 5 ults online.
I'm glad I was on point POV for that one. He actually just hit the radical DM slide behind the Brigadier to kill Diana. Absolutely no idea the Diva was there and just gets out. Typhoon trying to do something. Oh, Corey's going to open up with the overclock, and we'll find 1, finds 2. Corey with the overclock gets those both DPS down here for the Marshmallow monsters. So the Wendigos.
Be careful. There's a Diva there. That thing hurts.
Does hurt.
Not even close, baby.
And yeah, 1 ult for the win. You like that if you're the Wendigos. But Typhoon.
He forgets. Diva hurts. Oh no, that's still in Diva distance. You gotta be careful, mate.
Everybody's in Diva distance, but here comes 7 in with the blade. Not going to get too much here. Poi will find Withering, but Corey goes down. So the blade was just a distraction, as 2 kills have come in favor of the Marshmallow monsters with dive on the backup. But now it's just Razmataz and Typhoon here. Maybe they can turn this here, especially if they have rally.
With the Suzu.
I think if you use the rally from Razmataz, you can easily re-engage here with plenty of time.
Please touch.
Looking to engage here. Yes, the rally is popped. The sleep not going to find anything. Corey falling is moving on the point, and Sonic Ron's going to find Withering. The tactical visor is popped. We'll find 1 kill. Nuttier chimes in for a kill on a Corey. That's 2, 3 now in favor of the Marshmallow monsters. And despite the timely The timely rally. Not gonna do too much. Typhoon again!
Another time? Another.
Uses
Round
the primal
2,
rage.
baby.
Oh god, round 2 is worth the round 1. The coach threw the towel. It's not looking good here. Now the staggers are here. There's 4 from 5. It was just the DPS and the supports. Oh goodness gracious. HPSec finds 1. And somehow the Cassidy is the last one to die out of all those players. And Corey,
though, finally, honestly. But is he gonna die here? Please, no.
No, gets out. Thank God. Keep all
He
that
got some
charge.
energy for his troubles. And now he can just start melting
Oh,
this diva. Look
Boy
at that.
falling
Look at
very
that.
weak
Bro,
here.
Look at that. Oh, please, no one do
Oh,
that.
Corey? Oh, okay. Good trade. Honestly, good trade.
Work.
You get the kill on the baby, and you take the bomb and hope for a headshot. You'll take that any day. But now, it's a 4v5 on point. And it looks like the Wendigos are taking this aggressive position now, knowing that Poi's out of the
Oh
fight.
no, please, that Genji should be 1 HP. Please. No way. The magnetic grenade was on him, but the deflex was just prevented.
Oh god, Poi saw back to
shooting him.
Zarya.
Okay. He was just waiting for Typhon to go diva before being like, alright, back to the better character.
7 using that blade. We'll find Wither in there. Corey using the
He's
radical
just bubbled.
slide. Tries to get out there. Corey 1 HP. 1 slice does it. 7 gets that kill. And here comes a dash as well. HPSec flying is should be weak. They're all stuck in there. They're all so low as well.
Strudels just throw it from the opposite side.
Boy! Finally!
Oh wait,
That's his first death on Zarya.
Wait, he denied the kill credit because he right clicked himself.
Corey uses that overclock. We'll get 1 kill. It's not done just yet. Typhoon has the grab, but dies where they can use it. Sonic might just clutch this out. It's just HP versus Sonic on the point right now. Here comes the Moira from Withering. It's gonna be good enough. HP holds the line just long enough.
The right boss is back. Poi's returned.
Yeah, the visor, but you're going against a grab Colin High Noon, so this could be doable here for the Wendigos. They have 2.5 minutes to hold.
Poi also onto the Reaper now.
Oh, HPSec spots out Sonic, but they just exchange! Honestly, though, good enough. A good grab comes in, but the beat as well as the Suzu comes in. Absolutely no follow-up there from that grab because those 2 abilities.
Poi is really close to his own grab as well. Coalescence trying to keep up. Beat also used.
Later beat from Raz could be
can.
huge. They're coming in here, they get the pick on Nut here. And this might be an HPSec pushing forward here. Throwing Sweet the Suzu is there from Strudel, but you can't Suzu off skill, because here comes the Wendigos with a mechanical skill to get these kills. Corey on the Reaper now, the Reaper guy. Here comes a grab from Poi, locks down 4, a huge Graviton surge, kills 3. HPSec has the High Noon. We'll find Poi and Corey just walking forward, just donk walking, not gonna get anything for his trouble except a trip practice spawn, all expense paid. And are they gonna get one more touch? Yes, they will. Typhoon swaps over onto the Diva to get this touch. Sonic Ronic has this visor, but here comes 7 with the blade as well. The DPS ults are getting 1 for 1. And here comes the slashes and the visor with with all of the, oh my goodness gracious, the Marshmallow Monsters with a 3-0 victory over the Windigo Wendigos.
Play of the game.
Typhoon Street Runner.
Oh, I didn't get last play. That's a W.
We did it. We won. I mean, great showing for the Mill City Marshmallow Monsters. I mean, you know, we kept hyping up Poi this entire match, and for good reason. Yeah, I'll keep saying for good reason. But a great all-around team showing as well for the Mill City Marshmallow Monsters. Nobody had a bad showing whatsoever at all.
Yeah, I mean, really good team that Nuttier has drafted for himself. Unfortunately, I mean, the Wendigos have a lot of individual skill. I just think they need to find out what worked for them the best, because I don't know. I'm just worried a bit because they just weren't able to play always with their tank. The coordination from the monsters looks a lot better, even with it just being week 1. So I just hope that the Wendigos in the future are able to.
And yeah, you know, you got the Hawks coming in here, the Hawks synergy, but just didn't quite show there. I think what we saw as well is kind of just the rough spot that Cassie's in as well, because HVSec, that's, you know, his most well-known character, and he kept trying to play it today, and you kind of see just the weakness that Cassidy has right now. Nothing he can really do. It pumped out a lot of damage, but just no stun ability and no real mobility for Cassidy to take advantage of, and I think that really kind of sealed the fate there for that DPS player. But we could decide player of the match right now if you want. I have a pretty good idea of who you want to say, but I'll let you go first. Yeah, I think we're in agreement here. I think it's I think it's gonna be Poi, and I got the stat image in front of me right now. I'm gonna throw it up on the stream here eventually, but just looking at these stats are just honestly ridiculous. We know it's a Zarya meta right now, but oh, by the way, when you go to studio mode, the things reset. So the core is actually 1-5-0 if you look at the stream right now, and do not let anybody tell you the difference. Actually, huge comeback for the Wendigos. Yeah, honestly, team name diff. I think if they were still the Corys, I think they win this one. But yeah, we do have the final stats here for Poi Zarya this match. 30 final blows to 2 deaths in 16 minutes. That's good, as we'd say in the business. So I guess we could try if we can get him in here for an interview. Could get his thoughts kind of on how Overwatch 2 is really changing the game. Maybe we could get the big brain insight here. I'm not in the game anymore, so you have to tell me if he's good to go for an MVP interview. But yeah, I mean, like I said, huge plays really from all of the monsters today. The rookies actually impressed me quite a bit here, especially 7 on the Genji. Looked very strong on that pick. A lot of good blades, nano or not, as well as just the following up on Poi's damage. I think was a really good showing up from them. Sonic Ronick on a new role this season. Was more or less known for the diva and the off tank role last season, but coming in here looking very strong on the DPS, especially that Soldier 76 and the Sojourn. Kind of those 2 must picks almost in this meta, but yeah, honestly, great showing from him. I'm coming to get him. I wanted you, so I came and got you. I sent for you. Congratulations, Mr. Poi, on the victory today. Very well earned, a 3-0. Stellar performance from you and your team. I'll go ahead and let you ask the first question, Connor. You did not die in the first 2 maps. The stats say no. Oh, you didn't die on Zarya the first 2 maps. You died on Reinhardt on your attack on King's Row. You didn't die on the Zarya, though, in your first 2 maps. I mean, we almost didn't give you a player of the match because you actually died on Zarya on Gibraltar Sea there. We were very disappointed in you.
Apparently, I'm not able to be heard.
I think you can be heard now.
Sully.
You can be heard
Hello?
now. Yep, you're
Hello?
good.
Hello?
You absolutely love shortcuts on your keyboard. I need to get a bigger keyboard or figure out new keys. Anyway, we didn't ask a single question yet. We just asked him what it's like to not die on first 2 maps of Zarya.
That is a question, though.
I mean, that's fun. I like being able to have infinite resources and never die. I don't know.
Shout out to the balance team, really,
for
for carrying this match for the Marshmallow Monsters.
Yeah, shout out to my team too. I don't know. I don't really have anything to say. Kind of shot stuff.
So I guess a bigger picture kind of thing in here is, going into Overwatch 2, it's a much different game. You got to focus more as a solo tank. You're more of that presence because you don't have that other tank alongside you. So, what do you think has been the hardest adjustment for you as an off-tank player to kind of be more or less that main tank presence? You're kind of just a big body up front. So what's been the hardest adjustment for you, and any suggestions for other tank players out there, perhaps?
The biggest change for me is instead of leeching off my main tank and watching them have to go in and risk making a mistake or whatever, while I get to sit around and do nothing, and then react to what happens in the mid fight. Now I have to go and do stuff.
Sounds like
and
season 1
then I get played when I make a mistake, huh?
I mean, you definitely did some stuff, at least this time.
Yeah, maybe not for future matches, but this match, you did stuff.
Yeah, some things were done.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But also, I had infinite resources. My team carried me, which makes it a lot
Mm.
easier.
All right, Connor.
Mm.
It's the first game of Aurora Esports. Do you mind if I'm the one to break out El Clasico here?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't care.
If you couldn't be player of the match, Poi, Ox, Sully, whatever the hell you want to be called at this point, who would it be in your team and why?
Uh, I'm gonna give a shout out to Seven. I think Seven is low key kind of cracked on the damage shooty characters. I can, I don't know. It just I'm used to people in like his SR range being a lot more passive in a Go for Watch League environment because I think they're potentially like intimidated by some of the high ranked players in their lobby or something like that. But he kind of just goes hard. He's like, I don't know. It just feels like he has confidence in himself, and he's like, I'm gonna go for a play if I think it's right. I'm not going to if I don't, and I really appreciate that.
I think a stellar rookie performance there from Seven in his first game, and Skycer as well on Kanks Row and the Ash looking very good. I think you guys got some really strong rookies there, especially for their SR as well in the new environment for them. I think guys are kind of set. I think the Nurge kind of popped off today with his draft strategy, so good for Nuttier.
Yeah.
Good for you guys. The Milsey Marshmallow Monsters taking a quick 3-0 victory here. Good start to you guys' season. Congrats again on the win, and we hope to talk to you again here soon, Poi.
Yeah, hopefully we keep winning. I'm used to not winning a lot, so
That's right.
um
And it's been a while since
do
you've
you
actually had like a
mean?
dominant win, hasn't it?
yeah.
Well, good job, man. It's good to see you back here in the casters chat for a talk.
Yeah, I don't know. It definitely feels better to win than to lose. That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh, really?
Really. Any other
Really?
insight
No,
that you
really?
could possibly
Insight.
have?
Really?
All right, we'll send you on your way. Go celebrate with your boys in the gaming roof and have a good night.
All right, thanks.
All right. I think a game I definitely expected to be a lot closer, but pleasantly surprised at how strong the Milsey Marshmallow Monsters looked.
Yeah.
Always good to see a strong team coming out here with those rookies as well, kind of unknown quantities. I think they're really starting to prove out here early. So, any other words from you, Connor? Should we send us out?
Future matches coming up. Let's me take a gander really quick and look at the match on Friday, which is I think tomorrow if I'm not going schizo. The New York Newts versus Handsome Hogs, the Mammoths versus the Crewmates. Saturday matches is the Beebles 2 versus the French Cats, and then Sunday match is the Capybaras team and the Bricks. Might be some week 2 matches happening then too. I don't know exactly what's going to be going on because we got a slightly late start. So keep an eye out for those and announcements if they get prodded. But yeah, that's it for me.
Alrighty, everybody. We thank you all so much for tuning in here to the first Aurora Esports Overwatch Clash production. Hope you all enjoyed. For my co-host, FedoraMaster, I've been Booney. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great rest of your evening, guys.